Ladies and gentlemen, how's everybody doing? Huh? This episode of the podcast is brought to you by ZipRecruiter. Do you need to hire somebody? Well, if you need to hire someone, you know that you're probably low on resources. It's a fucking pain in the ass, right? You don't have time to be running around to all these different job sites and checking resumes and shit. Well, lucky for you, there's a thing called ZipRecruiter. And even luckier for you, you could try this shit out for free. What? Tell me more. ZipRecruiter, folks. ZipRecruiter doesn't depend on candidates finding you. It finds them for you. It has powerful matching technology that scans thousands of resumes and identifies people with the right skills, education, and experience for your job and actively invites them to apply. So you get qualified candidates fast. And you could post to over 100 job sites with a single click. Oh, that is why ZipRecruiter has been rated #1 by employers in the U.S., and that rating comes from hiring sites on Trustpilot with over 1,000 reviews. And right now, listeners of this podcast can try ZipRecruiter for free at this exclusive web address, ZipRecruiter.com/Rogan. That's ZipRecruiter.com/Rogan. ZipRecruiter.com/Rogan. ZipRecruiter, the smartest way to hire. Yeah, that's right. We're also brought to you by the Cash App. Oh, do you know? Well, if you don't, let me tell you. Let me tell you something about the Cash App, folks. The Cash App is an innovative and ingenious application available for both iPhone and Android. You can download it for free, and it's the #1 finance app on the App Store. What it also is a thing called the Cash Card. Yes, you can put the Cash App in your motherfucking wallet with the Cash Card. It's the only debit card that offers you instant rewards and comes packed with premium features that not even a credit card can offer, like boosts. With the Cash Card's Boost program, you save up to 10% at Whole Foods, Chipotle, Shake Shack, and more of your favorite spots. Even $1 off coffee every time you swipe your Cash Card at coffee shops across the country. Ooh! You can also direct deposit your paycheck right into the app. It's a beautiful debit card, and it puts you in control of your money with extra in-app safety features that let you pause your card with a touch. And unlike a credit card, there's no fees ever, and a credit check is not required to get one. Fuck other cards. Download the Cash App now and get your Cash Card for free. Visit the App Store or the Google Play Market now. And of course, when you download the Cash App, enter the referral code Joe Rogan, all one word. You'll get $5, and the Cash App will send $5 to Justin Bren's Fight for the Forgotten charity, building wells for the pygmies in the Congo. We are also brought to you by Simply Safe Home Security. If you've been thinking about getting a Simply Safe home security system, but you've been waiting for the holidays when all the tech deals come out, you've made a smart move, because right now we can get you a sweet deal on Simply Safe. If you order today, you can get 25% off any new Simply Safe system. It is an amazing deal, and they rarely do anything like this, but they're doing it for you fuckers. Simply Safe is great protection for your home and your family. They never make you sign a contract. There are no hidden fees, and with Simply Safe, around-the-clock professional monitoring is just $14.99 a month. It's a sweet system. It's really highly praised by many different reviews like CNET, PC Mag, Wirecutter. They all say Simply Safe is the best home security system that there is. And it is a really sweet deal. I mean, $14.99 a month is fucking fantastic. And on top of it, 25% off. Ooh. Protect your home today and get a great deal on home security. Go to simplysafe.com/Rogan and save 25% off your SimpliSafe system. Make sure you use that URL, simplysafe.com/Rogan, so that they know that we sent you. And hurry, because this deal ends November the 26th. You do not want to miss this. It is an awesome deal on an awesome system. That is simplysafe.com/Rogan. SIMPLISAFE. simplysafe.com/Rogan. My guest today is William von Hippel, and he is the author of a fantastic book called The Social Leap, the new evolutionary science of who we are, where we come from, and what makes us happy. Really enjoyed talking to him. Super interesting, really intelligent guy, very engaging, and absolutely brilliant. And I can't wait to read his book. I really enjoyed this conversation. So please welcome, he calls himself Bill von Hippel.
Joe Rogan Podcast, check it out.
The Joe Rogan Experience.
Train by day, Joe Rogan Podcast by night, all day.
Hello, Bill.
Hi.
What's going on, man?
I am very excited to be here.
I'm excited to have you here.
Excellent.
The Social Leap.
Yes.
What's the Social Leap?
I'll tell you all about it.
Please do.
Okay. So the story that I want to tell is basically how we got here, how we became human. And so that story begins about 6 or 7 million years ago when our ancestors left the rainforest. And so the question is, why would they leave and how would they survive once they left? And that's what the social leap is. So it takes a second to get it all out there, okay?
Yeah.
All right. So here's the story. So if you look back about 7 million years, our ancestors and chimps, we had a common ancestor at about that point in time, 6 or 7 million years ago. And that common ancestor, we don't know exactly what it looked like, but it was, from all we can tell, it was awfully close to today's chimps. And so if you look at chimps today, you can get a pretty good sense of what life was like then. And chimps today are really interesting. They're basically at the top of the food chain in the rainforest. They're super fast up in the trees, super athletic, and because they travel in groups, even amazing tree climbers like leopards won't try to attack them in trees. It's just they're too dangerous, too fast. But if you look at a chimp on the ground, it can't even lock its knees. It's this kind of cute little stumbling along thing. And then the question is, why would an animal that runs a show in the canopy leave the rainforest for the savanna, and then how would it survive once it did that? And that's the story of this book, and then how that manifests itself to where we are today. So really my goal, I'm a psychologist. I want to understand why we are the way we are. And so in trying to figure that out, I said, well, let's take a look back all the way to our common ancestors and see some of the key events and how they might have had an influence on how we are today. So the first question is, why would we leave the trees, right? Here we are, we're dominant position, we're food on the ground. Why would we ever take that risk? And the basic story there is the Great African Rift Valley. I'm not sure if you're familiar with it at all, but basically it runs down from up at the Red Sea down to the coast of Mozambique. And you can think of it like a geographic zipper. You know, all the world sits on these tectonic plates, and sometimes they crash into each other, like how India is smashing into Asia and creates the Himalayas. Sometimes they literally tear apart. And Africa's tearing apart at the Great African Rift Valley. So that plate that has Somalia and Ethiopia, Tanzania, Kenya, that's moving off to the lower right. The rest of Africa's moving off to the upper left. And I got no idea why. It's been going on for quite a while. But one of the consequences of that is that the East Africa is starting to rise up slowly, bit by bit. And when it rises up, the rainforests dry out. And so basically what you have is a situation where our ancestors were on the east side of that Rift Valley, and it started to dry out. And now they're in a situation where they've got this great lifestyle, they're a dominant position, but now they're forced out onto the ground increasingly more and more because there's more and more ground and less rainforest. And so how do they survive that? What do they do in order to make that work?
And this is what period of time is this? How many millions of years ago?
6 or 7. 6
or 7. Does this coincide with when was the jump of the human brain size where it doubled?
Oh, we'll get to that. So it's a super interesting question about why that happened as well. So basically, if you track us across the next 3 million years, how did our ancestors survive when they're basically chimpanzees on the open savanna? And you can get a hint of how they did it because there's one chimpanzee group that does live on the savanna in Senegal, and they show some differences between themselves and other chimps. They travel in slightly larger groups. They share more nicely with each other, which is interesting. That's kind of a human trait as well. And they also avoid open space. Like they're just kind of trying to stay near the trees as much as possible. And so And if you look at other apes, they're not apes, but other primates that are on the savanna, like savanna baboons, they're only monkeys, so they're not as sharp as chimpanzees are, but they have a similar strategy, large groups to try to protect themselves and lots of eyes to look out for predators.